one service that I got through the Northern Illinois Agency on Aging quoted me $320 for another service. See?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call to order the Liquor Commission, Village of Roscoe, Tuesday, July 16th. Roll call, please.
Babcock,
Here.
Jellicoe,
Here.
Petty, here, Arsenio,
Here.
Wright,
Here.
Gustafson,
Here.
Clock.
Here, and I can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay. No minutes. Okay, public comment. Is there anyone wishing to make public comment? Chance again. All right, going on to new business. I would like someone to make a motion to suspend the rules. First reading or suspend rules.
Yeah, go ahead, Jan. That's just new. Sorry.
Pardon me?
It's just new business.
New business. Okay. To amend chapter 114 of the Village of Roscoe Code of Ordinances to create a class T2 temporary liquor license, allowing for temporary liquor licenses to be issued to licensees with licensed retail premises located outside of the Village of Roscoe. May you have a motion, then we can.
So moved.
A little background about this, if you had an opportunity to read your memo, it has come to our attention that there are event sponsors in the village who sometimes have difficulty finding a local vendor to host their event. The difficulty being some of those individuals either choose not to participate in this type of activity, or they lack the staff, enough staff in order to be able to adequately provide the necessary services at a large scale event. So the suggestion was to do what many other communities do, is open up the opportunity for vendors outside the Village of Roscoe to get a temporary license to provide services at a particular event. Now, it would be the sole discretion of the event sponsor to shop for the vendor, either seeking someone in the village or someone outside the village based on the scope of their event and whatever relationship or rapport. So you were asked tonight to consider creating a Class T temporary liquor license. Those vendors outside the village would get a temporary license. The fee would be $300 because there is additional work to go through and make sure that all of their documentation in whatever community they have their brick and mortar business, that everything is in order. So hence a two-stage rate category. Those inside $100, those outside $300. And in addition to creating this license, also part of that ordinance is an example of limiting the number of days that one particular vendor could do such a special event. And we could find no reason why 15 was chosen. It seemed to be just a number. So I'm going to ask for your consideration to expand this to 36 days maximum, or you could 24 to 36. 24 would cover if you had an event on Saturday and Sunday or Friday and Saturday once a month. We haven't had that in the past, but if we expand the numbers, then it reduces the necessity of having to always go back and go into the ordinance and make a change. So two things for your consideration: to increase or develop or create a class T2, the $300 fee for the out of village vendor, and expand the number of days that either in-house or out-house can have a temporary license, either 24 or 36, but something more than 15 would be necessary. We have no idea as to how events may evolve, but we'd like to have a position so that we would be able to accommodate these for the future. As I said, not having to go back to the ordinance. Questions, comments?
So is this a local? Do they still have to go through a local vendor, one of the other local establishments?
No.
This is just somebody else coming in?
Right, right. For example, when we had discussed a larger event some time ago, the sponsor said that they searched locally and they found, give an example, not an endorsement. Murphy's Pub in Illinois had a large enough staff, Bassett trained, and all of the means by which to carry out a particular large scale event. So it would be that person who operates the establishment in another community, just as long as they have requisite licenses, the employees with the necessary training, et cetera.
Cool.
Other
Like
questions?
anyone with the state of Illinois license, right? So it could be anyone in the state, that has state license, right? Can they be out of state and have a state license?
Yep. We have to have a local, some local Illinois municipality will have to issue a local liquor license, and then they'll also have to have a state license. So another municipality will have to.
Other questions?
Is there any reason, negative reasons of approving something like that? That we know?
In my opinion, I don't think so. It just opens the field of competition. And again, the vetting of possible vendors rests with the sponsor, the event sponsor. They can shop a local. And if they can't find someone that meets their needs, then we have not constrained them to go elsewhere. And they can go elsewhere in order to carry out their event. Questions? So to make this may I have a formal motion? This is how we would phrase this, to create. Yeah, but does everyone agree to them on the $300 fee? And expanding the number of days to either 24 or 36, any feeling one way or the other about that?
I mean, if you want to give them the 36, it gives them a little more time to find somebody that's not local, that's outside of the area.
Well,
It may take a little longer to set up.
Well, the 36 refers to the number of days in which a T2 or T1 could be used within the village. The intent here is that it's truly temporary. You're not going to be able to use
Sure.
this vehicle in which to run a bar.
I'd say go with 36. Since we're gonna modify it, we can always scale it back.
So before us then is to create a T2 with a $300 fee and modify the existing language for both T1s and T2s to 36 days maximum.
Babcock,
Yes.
Petty. Yes. Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Flock,
Yes. Yes.
Mel.
Yes.
Thank you. Public comment? Hearing no public comment, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
All right.
Thank you. 6:27.